Good evening, and welcome to the low budget LCS. Yeehaw! I am Papoba, aka the Count, and I'm joined tonight by a very special guest.
Hi.
Yes. I need to turn you up a bit, I think.
Yeah, I got a new mic recently, but the main response has been that I am a lot quieter.
All right, we are actually hot into draft already. Okay. And we've got Jarvan Band, Syndra Band, Ezreal Band versus Xin Band, Vigar Band, Braum Band. So pretty even bands in terms of the positions. First pick from the side of Two Town Gaming, aka TTG, is gonna be Tariq.
Hello, Tarek.
Yeah. Tariq, you usually see picked with Hyper Carry, so it's a little bit interesting to see the Vi here, as opposed to something like, Master Yi.
Yeah.
Certainly not bad, though. Swain Thresh, I can already see the synergy coming over for the side of Nefarious Gaming Omens. Yeah.
Swain also perpetuates one of my favorite things about Thresh, which is his effectiveness in these long-winded fights that Swain tends to force. That's gonna definitely be a whole lot. Stana against the Thresh is that's interesting.
Okay, I'm making my sign.
Okay.
Mighty was telling me that is it SHC or SCH for Schmeckles?
CH. I don't know, man.
Because Mighty was saying that the reason he thinks we haven't been getting as many waffles done is people don't know. They just don't know that it's waffle time.
Oh, they don't know they can
Yeah,
they don't know that they can.
Now tonight I do have a couple of toppings. I'm particularly excited about this one. As we are going to get Olaf Band and Mordekaiser Band, so some top targeted bands. I have generic brand. Let's see if I can get this in here. Cookie Crisp cereal that I'm gonna try putting in one of these waffles, and we'll see if that makes something edible or not.
That I'm actually very interested in the success.
Yeah,
I'm really interested in
I will report back, and I'll tell you if it's better with rice. Shout out to anyone who knows about that Reddit thread. All right. So pretty much all top bands for the second half, which does make sense. Zac, I like. Zac can be mid. Zac can be top. Zac can be jungle.
Will most likely be top or jungle, right?
Okay, we have the Hunk. The Hunk has been declared as TV Luffy, aka Monkey D. Luffy. Yeah. Well, I think the Hunk was Blanco Mamba from last. At least the last Hunk I heard of was Blanco Mamba.
And he's gonna be on the Nasus to kick it off. That's huge.
I haven't seen an Nasus in a low budget game in a long time. That is scaling to the max that you pick up for yourselves there. Two Town Gaming.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean,
wow, that's a lot of scaling. Okay, you know when I said that whole thing about hyper carries.
Yeah,
I was talking. Hey, with Targ, I expect to see something a little bit higher damage. Well, there it is. There's two of it. So Nefarious Gaming Omens, the gauntlet has been thrown down. Can you beat this team before the 35-40 minute mark? I'm gonna pick up the allow you for their troubles. Now, is this Kale mid?
I think it is Kale mid, which I kind of like into the Swain because Swain isn't the most dangerous mid laner I've ever. Right?
Not
you
the
can
sides
get
right, but
away
yeah.
with like you can get away with kind of dawdling around and not dying, right? You can just farm against the Swain, especially once she hits 6, she'll be able to be ranged and not have to worry about getting snagged by an E. So I think it'll be very interesting to see the Kale versus the Swain.
Yeah. And I'm getting the prediction up and going for you degenerate gamblers, you.
Mm-hmm. I've been doing my best to bet in small increments.
I've been losing every bet lately. I think I've finally gained the not so coveted caster curse. But the betting based one, not the in-game performance based one.
Right. I think it's interesting. I haven't my most recent bets. I haven't been betting a bunch. I haven't been able to catch too many streams, but I have recently bet in the TV Civil War and got both my bets wrong. Um,
Yeah, I put my
when it came
faith
to
in Lest Force, and I shouldn't have. Um, or
well, I mean,
his team should have let him pick something that wasn't Sejuani. Which, as a
you are a
jungler, that's more my opinion.
that's fair. You are kind of a failure to like truther, though. I'm surprised you're not
That's
a big
true.
fan of
I
the
do I
Sejuani.
do like Sejuani and I like Trundle. But I listen, it's about having the option, right? It's about the team being
Right.
like, "Oh yeah, you can play whatever," and then you coming in and being like, "No, I will play Sejuani." Right?
Right.
It's like self-martyring versus being told what to do.
Yeah. I actually understand that. That was me and that was my financial jungler and Jarvan.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between picking Jarvan and then getting put on Jarvan every game.
True. Very true. I do love me some Jarvan, though. Banned in this series, Blanco Mamba. Looks like we'll be taking the kill top lane. That might be this is
Ah.
Nasus mid. The other thing is, it could be Vi mid, Nasus jungle. Listen,
Yeah, it is
before we
Vi
see
mid
that is
Nasus
definitely
jungle.
not the case, hear me out. Vi has the highest
Okay.
base health regen in. Damn it.
We'd have had to make your case about a pick earlier, unfortunately. I
Yeah.
mean, that would be something.
I'll go ahead and let everyone see the client here
Mhm.
so that they can assess for themselves. But, yeah, so it is going to be Vi jungle, Nasus mid. I don't know how. Not gonna lie, I don't know how the Nasus Swain matchup goes.
Neither do I. I've got nothing for that. I won't lie. Um, but I think it will be interesting because once again, it's the same idea as Hale. My only difference is that Nasus wants to be in lane pretty bad.
I promise.
So mid feels like a bit of a mismatch, right? Because that mid lane is expected to move to objectives if needed and potentially miss out on sweet stacks.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's also maybe to dodge the Alawi who could abuse Anasis.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be really interested to see how this game turns out because I think there's every possibility. There's a world where we're seeing Nefarious Gaming Omens just sort of roll over the side of Two Town here. But, I mean, Two Town have fought their way to be here, right? Hang on. Am I getting my matches wrong? That was a pretty big upset for them, right?
Two-Town Gaming versus Droxus?
Yeah. Because Droxus
Yeah.
was like rank
The
1
number
and
one
Two
seed
Town was
out
like
of
4th. Yeah.
huge
And a lot of
thing
that,
to flip there.
from what it sounded like, was on the back of their draft preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it sounded like they had a lot prepped for what Droxus had. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if this was something that was discussed beforehand, and this is an intentional strategy they're bringing out, particularly against the Swain. That's kind of
Yeah, I
my
do love
read.
that, especially because Ghosts. Oh, not Ghost. Devil Swain has been a pick that I think a lot of people will recognize them for, especially across this season. So that, and especially if you're a team that has to play them, you're definitely going to take note of their stronger picks.
The one thing I'm sad about is there's no Ornn in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Because the new Ornn items go crazy.
There are some really good ones. My favorite is probably Infinite Convergence. Either that or what was it called? For Scenic Rookern has one, right?
Oh, I'm sure it does. I don't know them all right now, so
I know most of them. I don't know all of them though.
Edge of Finality.
Edge of Finality is really good. Where is there is I'm happy Syzygy is still in the game because Syzygy is just excellent. Um, it's a perfect name, I think, as close to perfect as it gets.
Yeah, I'm trying to find what Scenic Rookern would upgrade into, but I'm not sure where it would be.
Yeah. May not exist. It's not a non-zero chance.
I need a visual one. I need a I need a chart. Ugh.
I do think a visual with the Ornn items would be really useful.
Yeah. Man, I wish someone else would make these things and allow me to be lazy. Scenic doesn't, Unending does, and Jockshow. Jockshow, I knew.
Oh yeah, Jack shows is the unspoken Protean, which is or the unspoken parasite.
I do still like Reliquary of the
Spelled
Golden
correctly.
Dawn as well.
Reliquary of the Golden Dawn. Obsidian Cleaver has returned, which I'm really happy about. Voltaic Cyclosword has one, but I don't remember the name off the top of my head.
That's just such a name already. Voltaic Cyclosword.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so
Jesus.
good. Voltaic Cyclosword is already like a top name. That in a experimental hexplate. Oh, experimental hexplate's Ornn item name is just TURBO. It's an acronym. What it stands for, I don't know, but I'm really, really eager to find out.
Okay. Now, we will have a special guest later on in the stream who I have told, and y'all can be the judge of how this goes, to ad lib on top of my shoutcasting. Okay? That's the TriCast angle we're gonna try out on this particular broadcast in the LBLCS.
That is definitely I didn't think of it like that. Usually, right, the normal track has like you just put two colors in a play-by-play, but having it be a
two colors, one play-by-play, one person, well, one full color, one full play-by-play, one person splitting their time between color and ad-libbing the play-by-play.
Yeah, that is something. I hadn't thought of that. But that does seem pretty awesome. Another thing about this two-town gaming comp is that like at 25 minutes, once Tark is like pretty secure on like not getting one shot at the start of a fight, Naxxus has got probably I don't know what the Naxxus stack per minute rate should be, but like Naxxus is nicely fed and then maybe Kale's like 11, right? When all of those get hit, I can absolutely see every team fight being like impossible to win for Nefarious Gaming because Ash is gonna get ulted, and it's gonna basically come down to who can last longer in the fight. Swain and Zach are the three pretty good against tank like damagers in Kale, Naxxus, and Tristana.
I do think Vi is going to have a relatively difficult time operating this game, as most of the side of Nefarious Gaming kind of welcomes her into their arms.
Yeah.
And I am at 11, 12, 13, 14. I also streaming. But if they can just play Peel, I think they will absolutely be fine. It's gonna be interesting. The other thing I'm thinking about in terms of these team dynamics is the Wither. So Nasus Wither, particularly onto Ashe, is brutal. So gonna have to watch out for that one. Slightly less effective onto the other carries, thankfully. But they are going to see a wraparound. It will be spotted out. They're just going to hide away and slink into the shadows. But might collapse.
I think the funny thing for Chewie to do is to like try and continuously interrupt the Alawi back. Well, unfortunately, that's not what happened. But I do think it would be really funny.
Well, if he had vision, I think.
Oh, for sure.
It was a lot more interestingly, but as it stands, we're just going to have a little cheeky invade that gets warded out. Both teams are going to have some amount of information on where the enemy jungler is starting, with both of them starting on the bot side. You get to watch Swain Nasus mid.
I love you, Con.
Look at the number of Doran's blades.
Yeah, that is a lot of Doran. 4 Doran's blades in one game is actually kind of impressive.
It's basically for the side of Two Town. If you can, I didn't change. Hang on, we are going to see a stun up there, so I'm not going to alt tab right now. I didn't change the name abbreviations. Give me a second here, real quick. Yeah, professional cast here, gamers. As we're going to see, I think a little bit of a scuffle in the bot lane. But yeah, you know.
Without that exactly.
Okay, I think that fixes it. We'll see. Thanks, gamers, for putting up with me. Oh goodness. Mid lane looks like it's fairly even for now. Jaycroft not really. Ooh, here comes Rampage into the mid lane. Gonna be looking for Devil, but not gonna go for it. On the other side, Woofy, the hunk, was also looking to swing the shot in. Ooh, good hook there onto Chewie, but the counter stun from Jake MWP means that Chewie 22 is going to be nice and safe. Health pretty even on that trade. Now, relentless gains coming up here from Rampage. Rampage is going to miss the Q, but it will not matter. First blood goes over to the Vi.
I mean, it was pretty simple. It looked like, unironically, Rampage just literally gank mid, kind of dawdled around for a little bit, and then went straight top. And that is just, I feel like that's kind of like the active jungler special. Just like you gank a lane, but you realize somewhere else is pushed in, so you can just gank that lane instead, especially if the first didn't work. And getting away with that early and getting this Kayle just some space to breathe early, keep this wave near her turret, see how much she can do, and how much she can pressure her. Because before this Alawi hit 6, Alawi's pretty damn gankable, all things considered, at least comparatively to when she does hit 6, right?
Absolutely. And we have a special message from Ruffy in the chat. He says, "Hello, my fellow." That's
Thank you.
That's how I interpret what he's written. Thank you so much for the sub. 42 months is crazy, as we are going to see a hook here in the bot lane. Jake MWP is going to be in a little bit of trouble, but he will find the stun. Cleanse is going to be the response from Wiz Tome. Jumping in, Chewie 22 trying to save his support. He can't get it, but can he get the revenge? Doing the damage, but it's not quite enough. Flashes and cleanses, but the autos are going to ring true. Sammy 2-slap, but Wiz Tome goes down at the end. 1-4-2. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we're going to have a slingshot coming on in from Monkey D. Luffy Gum Gum pistoling it up.
And that's a good start. Quick stat check on Nasus because he just got ganked. 45.
Thank you. 45 seems pretty good.
45, yeah. 45 at 4 minutes.
Wait, how?
He
only has 27 CS.
It's 12 for cannons.
Oh.
3. I think it's.
Oh. See, I'm so lost on the Nasus lore.
Yeah. I think it's 12 for cannons. It's either 12 or 6 for cannons, and then 3 for everything else. I can be correct. But I am the forgetter.
JT man might be in trouble yet again. Is going to be on the receiving of some decimating blows, but he'll be able to just walk it out there as they're close enough to their turret. Ruffian, you know what you're going to do. You're going to go to the Denny's in Vermont, talk to our buddy Todd. Pancakes are on us.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're not a pancake person.
Yeah, you can have waffles. Honestly, we've got a surplus. Honestly. I've been making too many waffles. It's kind of a problem. I can't eat them all. We are going to see the W in go on to Wiztome. Wiztome has the bomb ticking on their head. A nice counter engage, though, from Uwufi. But Wiztome will be taken out. Will the counterpunch hit from Uwufi? Rocket Jump goes away, leaving Jake MWP, the sole member of Tip Top Gaming, to towning it. Staying alive for quite some time here, but will eventually fall.
On TTG. But completely understandable, because they have the same...
Oh, you want me to make a waffle, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. You want a Cookie Crisp?
Yes, please. I am actually really excited to see how this comes out.
Okay. Does look like we are going to see the dragon be started up here. Counter in the top lane with the grubs. Pretty standard stuff here. That might be too much better what we're going to see, but we are going to see a huge fight breaking out, actually, as Devil is doing so much damage in that Ascended form, but Blanco Mamba is going to be immune for now. However, it does not look like it's going to be enough. But Jaycroft was healing quite a bit.
Not dying. Yeah, you just forgot to die for a little bit. The grubs go to no one, and I predict there will be a fight over these things in the next...
Okay, there is a slight problem with the waffle. The cereal makes it hard for the iron to close.
Oh, yeah. I sort of foresaw this.
Well... We're gonna see how things progress as I'm getting waffle batter on my mouse here. But so far, absolutely massive play. It's gonna be a 500 gold lead for the side of Nefarious Gaming Omens off of some, I think, well-deserved priority around these objectives. I think when you have the Alawi and the Swain versus the Kale Nasus, you should be winning these early game fights.
You're gonna have so much power in these early game fights.
Ooh, and we're gonna see a fight in the bot lane. Woofy is gonna be in some trouble here. Woofy seems like he's just living in the bot lane, does stay alive through the bomb.
Yeah, but I mean, you know Woofy's bot, you know Woofy has to back. That would be my angle. You know that Alawi and Alawi, like basically all the soul laners don't have ults. So maybe that's when you look for the fight, or
ooh,
not.
flash!
Oh,
Wiztome is going to get caught in that stun. Not too much going to be able to happen because of it, but Jake MWP, unbridled aggression here in the bot lane.
Yeah, surprised at that. That caught me off guard. It looks like we're potentially looking at another scuffle over the grubs, but I don't think so. Yeah, Rampage is like, not this time.
Yeah. Grubs will not be contested on this take.
That being said, if Hard hits 6, I could definitely see a world in which they go for a dive when you know where Thresh is.
True. Yeah. We are going to see them attempt a little drive there. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is going to be utilized, but the Tarkut will be popped. Chewy going to pop away from that one. A little bit of anti-synergy, perhaps.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, ideally what you do is you walk up and see if you can bait out the Enchanted Crystal Arrow before the R, but at least... Or hit the stun, right? You want to hit the stun and then get on. But obviously neither of those things happening means that it's really difficult for them to execute the dive. And with no ult on target, they're probably not going to go for it until it's up again. Which is probably a good idea.
Yeah, we are going to see Rampage coming in here for a mid-gank. Devil going to be able to pop the ultimate and flash out, though. However, Vi is also unstoppable. Flash forward, Draycroft wants it. Draycroft gets it. That's, can I get a stack check on that, Susan?
Absolutely. We are looking at...
We are farmers.
126.
That seems so soon.
That does seem a pretty high number. I think we're looking at about... not... What would that be? 1.25? So... About... That's a lot of stacks. at 9 minutes, and it's only going to get better. I wish I could see. Well, hold on. Maybe I can. That is equating to about 226 damage on the Q as of right now. And that's obviously not factoring in Sheen and stuff.
Yeah. All right. This is. It looks like it's going to be Triforce here. So Woofy's going for the top ganks, charges the slingshot.
Yeah.
Blanco Mamba not aware. Gum Gum Pistol does manage to hit. Baits out the ult from Blanco Mamba there. Now the counterpunch could come through, but JT Man 77 is quite low.
Yeah. A pretty good spot. I wouldn't be surprised. I was going to say, Ruby might stop that back and look for the dive, and it's going to force Blanco Mamba off the turret.
Jaycroft
Which is unfortunate.
dodges the pull, and now here comes the jungler again. This is some jungle mid-synergy for the ages. Lots of damage going through, but the slows with no counterpunch, and the enchanted crystal arrow lands there onto Jake MWP all the way from the bot lane.
Yep. Nasus also has ult. So we could.
Ooh, we are going to see a little bit of a gank here. Woofy coming in on the backline, Devil ulting and moving up. We're going to see counterplay. Jaycroft getting taken incredibly low. Jaycroft getting taken down. One more turret shot for Rampage. And that's a nice counterpunch there from the Nefarious Gaming Omens.
I guess his NG Omens makes a great play on that, just saying this is an overstay. Woofy's in the range, and just the two of them plus the tower is gonna easily be able to make.
Ooh, the hunk
that.
Binding two of them does actually have a chunk of damage. Doesn't quite manage to dodge the stun, but still has the passive. Devil's gonna be able to take one of them out. Jake MWP is working for his life, but it might not quite be enough. The respawn comes through, and the hunk will live another day.
Yeah, that's really close, right? Maybe you'll take the 1 for 2, but now the Swain's getting rolling. I think he's gonna back and I think either finish or no, he'll get the Sork shoes, which is nice. Oh, just sold something.
Yeah. Red team also going to claim the second Drake of the game. They are getting all of these early game objectives. However, you know the clock is ticking. This Swain is going to be a problem.
Yeah, Malignant's on that back. So strong, it's going to be very difficult to kill. You can see Grievous Wounds has already come out for both Vi and Nasus. Nasus having to stop building the Trinity to start building just a little bit of
Blanco Mama might be in a little bit of trouble here. Does manage to dodge the E, at least at first, but the pull is so strong. I thought, was the cooldown on that really that short?
I think so. Or maybe time is just moving faster than we're giving it credit for.
You know, that always happens to me. We are going to see Rampage start these up. However, Sammy 2-slap in the area. Hook onto the grub is now going to go in. Alawi has the ultimate available. The old gods shall fall down upon the side of Two Town Gaming, and Jake MWP left alone in the pit. They do get a grub for their troubles, but Jaycroft might be in a little bit of trouble here. Uses the ultimate, and Jake MWP going back to try and save his teammate. Does manage to get the stun off, but death comes for them all. Jaycroft will be almost assuredly the next to fall. Sammy 2-slap gets taken a little bit low, but it's not going to be enough, and 5 grubs will be the bounty here for the side of NG Omens.
You prevent the 6, but at what cost? Okay, I'm very curious. What's the waffle looking like?
It looks like a waffle. I'll tell you that.
Amazing news.
Oh,
that is
flash. Okay. You know what? It kind of worked.
That's huge. That is a great news. I will be making Cookie Crisp waffles for the rest of my life.
Once it cools down here, I'll tear off a corner and tell you how it tastes. I'll give my unbridled opinion to the chat. Okay. Straight up question. I want a straight up answer. How do you kill Swain?
Wait for Tristana to hit about 3 items.
1 second. Thank you, little robot man. Lachance does indeed lick toes. Keep telling your truth.
Yes, for sure. But yeah, you want 3 items on Tristana or 3 items on Kale.
True.
Those are your options. If I'm Drake, I'm like greedy. But if I'm Jaycroft, I know Devil's gonna chase me anyways.
Yeah, speaking of chase down, Devil popping the ultimate in the mid lane, using the demonic ascension to its full potential. And I have very unfortunate news for the Cookie Crisp waffle enjoyers in the chat.
It's not good.
It makes the cereal soggy.
Oh,
So the cereal is like kind of chewy. It's not a super pleasant experience, Blanca Mamba. The hunk gonna go ahead and get himself a little bit of an engage there. However, now Wisdom forced to flash away as well. The hunk relentless on these top ganks, finds a huge knockup, forcing out that ultimate. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Sammy 2 slap. Wisdom gonna be stunned up. Wisdom gonna use the cleanse and gets one down. Rampage now gonna be left in the 1v2, but lots of damage going over onto Wisdom, but it will not be enough as Swain snipes it from downtown.
Okay, first off, there's a like saga of top plays going on here.
And a Woofy goes in and a Woofy hunks it down.
Yep. Things falling apart very, very, very quickly. They're only down 6k, but I feel like a lot more gold is about to fall into the hands of NG Omens. Going for a bot play without Tristana feels really bad. And compounding that on top with this Kale not having the time of her life, she is 10 CS ahead as it stands, and is still really on a maybe an individual level keeping up. But on the side lane, I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better, especially for Kale.
Yeah, and all credit to NG Omens. The gauntlet was sort of thrown down, and they have picked it up, and they are running with it. They have their game plan, and they're being proactive.
Yep, they picked it up and are using it to punch you down in the face. And especially because you've halted this Nasus's very quick rise, or I guess rise, right? Now we've kind of quote-unquote slowed down. We're at 231 stacks, which is equating to 354 damage. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Speaking of killing the Swain, Devil can be forced to flash over the wall, but Jaycroft will be relentless. And I think he stacks that up.
He sure does. Excellent news.
Punk manages to escape there. Third Drake here. Are they going to contest it? I don't think they have the numbers. Ooh, double stun there onto Jake MWP, but Vi coming over the wall is going to be able to try to steal it. Does not get it there. It does actually go over to Sammy 2 slap, and the teleport comes through from Kale, and oh no, he's getting shredded by Wisdom. Jaycroft now going to go in and try and save the play, but it's a little bit of a meat grinder angle for Nefarious Gaming Omens as Two Town Gaming just overreach a little bit for that Drake.
Yeah, I do love the timing that NG Omen has kind of put on these Drakes, basically taking them on spawn, making it so that they don't have to. The only worry I love about this, as they are really just looking to push their advantage. Finally, someone comes to stop them. But the only worry I have about them, basically, because they're kind of looking to speedrun Soul, right? They can have Soul as soon as I don't have the objective time. So they can have Soul as soon as the next. At 22 minutes. My only worry is that
huge Alawi ultimate's going to be a giant amount. The engage goes sour. However, the ultimate is good from Kale. Going to keep Rampage alive for now, but the Hunk's going to fly in. It won't matter. The AoE from these two champs is just so incredible.
Yeah, taking a fight at this point without Trist or Nasus feels really bad, and they're looking to really push his advantage.
Yeah, the Hunk just turret diving here. This could be the end of the game. Sammy 2 slap tanks one too many turrets, but it won't matter. That's an execute.
It won't be able to end, yeah.
Enchanted Crystal Air from downtown finds Chewie and forces out the cleanse.
God bless that cleanse. But there will be an Elder. If this game gets the Elder, which is honestly a genuine thought, right? NG Omens are really trying to accelerate the pace here. If there's an Elder fight, it's gonna be a
little bit of a 10k gold lead, just a little
bit of a 10k gold lead. If an Elder fight happens, it'll obviously be too much later in the game to make an accurate prediction about where Kale, where Nasus, and where Tristana are gonna be. And honestly, they should still be pretty fucking ahead at that point. But NG Omens is in a perfect position to take this Baron on spawn, to take the Soul on spawn, right? There's basically no way at the moment for NG Omens to really nab a win from this angle.
Oh, They have to stall, and they have to pray. Maybe a little bit of objective stealing coming out from Rampage. Maybe a little bit of...
That would buy so much time. A steal on, especially on the Drake or the Baron, would absolutely be two towns of lifeline in this game.
Yeah, and they're just going to start it up here. Not even worried about it. As the hunk comes flying in from the Krugs. And it's either not sniffed, or they're just trying to fight. I do like the proactivity to go after the turret in the mid lane, to go after that. However, you have to get out of there now. Enchanted Crystal Arrow coming from downtown, not quite going to land, so you should know that they're there. E22 trying to do the damage. Flash forward, they don't want to let them get this off. Jake MWB just tanking the turret. One more auto might have done it, but the turret stands. No, it's going to get taken out. The one grub doing work there. Okay, also
2 for 1 turret, and they're looking to stomp down mid. I don't know.
Some of the cookies are still crispy.
I got sidetracked because of how quickly this game accelerated.
Yeah.
My thought was that the cookies themselves would kind of solidify with the cereal rather than becoming soggy, or with the waffle, then become soggy. I thought. I didn't consider it a possibility. Right? Yeah, I was like, I didn't consider that as a possibility.
Hunk is going to go in, is going to be able to find one. Jake MWP moving forward is going to use the ultimate. Only one will be caught inside of it. Stunned up, Rampage will fall down. As will Wisdom, though. Jaycroft trying to do the damage, but it's just not quite enough. Devil, Woofy, Sammy 2-Slap, all incredibly healthy here. And I think that might just be a 22-minute win for the side of Nefarious Gaming Omens.
Hey, they said, we're going to draft a team that will win at 30 minutes, and NG Omens said, we'll end the game at 22.
We started streaming 36 minutes ago.
And we are already on match point as they take it away. What a game one from Nefarious Omens.
Hey, did I hear a voice, an ethereal voice from the ether? No? I thought I did.
No.
No.
This is actually really funny.
I'm just schizophrenic. All right.
It may have been my brothers yelling downstairs. That could have been picked up in my
I don't
mic.
think so. I could have sworn I heard someone's voice who I recognize whispering upon my ear. All right. Well, you wanna tell me how they draft differently in game 2? Because I got a couple of ideas.
I mean, maybe consider banning the Swain. I mean, it's one of Devil's premier picks, and it clearly, I think they had a counter pick ready for it with the Nasus, but it did not work, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think don't pick Kale, don't pick Nasus.
Consider Swain ban as well.
Yeah. Swain is kind of one of those champs who just changes the way you play the game.
Yeah.
You know, among the other champs I count in that realm, or I'd say like Senna can really change the way a game is played. Kindred, Belveth, fucking junglers, Ivern to an extent. And then like really hard split pushers like Fiora or Urgot.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what they have in store for us here in game 2. Perhaps we will see something a little spicy. Now, not gonna lie, with a name like Nefarious Gaming Omens, which by the way I love the shortening of NG Omens, brilliant.
Yeah, NG Omens is pretty great.
My brain is so short-circuiting today. It's such a Friday. I thought they would be the ones to be a little bit more spicy with the draft prep, given that their name is Nefarious, right?
Yeah,
This is spec link?
they could have had. Is it?
Looks like a
Yeah,
spec link.
oh,
They're staying the same sides, it appears. Which
that
is
makes
great
sense.
for me. Okay. Cool. You ever lean back in your chair and then you have to do something slightly more involved on your keyboard? So
Yeah,
you have to come back into reality.
I hate it, but yeah, it's the worst ever.
Unlucky. Here, let me put on some Jazzy Avenue as we are going to get into the game to draft. Two Town Gaming face elimination from the hands of the Nefarious Gaming Omens. Meanwhile, the Nefarious Gaming Omens are looking to get themselves to the Economy League Finals. Prove that this town ain't even big enough for the two of us. Okay. Everyone have a good week. Everyone vibing. I had a pretty solid week. A lot of work, but, you know, rewarding. Actually, I was asking this of Val earlier, and I believe I know Ruffian's opinion, who should be joining us eventually. What's y'all's favorite breakfast? It can be something you make for yourself. It could be something you get at a diner. I have my actual answer, and then I've got like my what I would order at a diner when I was growing up for breakfast because I was an edgy teenager.
I'm curious about the edgy teenager.
It's spaghetti.
Huh?
Spaghetti.
Yes. Okay, I can understand being an edgy teenager and saying spaghetti instead of any legitimate breakfast food.
It's spaghetti for breakfast. That's the answer. You go to your local diner, okay? That may or may not rhyme with Clenny's.
Never mind. I have a new distaste. Why did Sergeant Scooch just say spinach and milk?
Oh no. I mean, okay, that's not too far from like creamed spinach, I guess, but I also don't like creamed spinach, so.
I just like both spinach and milk by itself, so this is a double offense as far as I'm concerned.
We are going to see the swing band coming out here from Two Town Gaming. So they are going to say, all right, that was a problem. And speaking of, they're just going to go ahead and pick up the Senna.
Okay, different angle. I like it. You know, throw new things at the window. Throw new things at your opponent. See what else you can really get going.
He who lives in a glass house should throw different things, right?
Yes, precisely.
Well, hold up, Big Country MTG. We don't do the degeneracy until you can see the champs, okay? Sheesh.
Well, I'd be so sure.
Okay, wait. Did they okay, this is right. So the Tarek is going to be taken away by Nefarious Gaming Omens with the Viego. I like that synergy. Meanwhile, we're having a classic bot lane over here, Senna TK.
Hey, they're saying I did like the aggressiveness that came through from Two Town's bot lane, and I think something like Cinekinch will definitely aid them. Wow.
Listen. Okay, if there's one thing I don't believe in, it's spoilers. All right.
You know, I completely understand. That reminds me to play Connections today.
Oh, I was so proud. I aced the Connections today. No mistakes. Just straight down the line.
Nice.
And some days I fail the Connections, and then I think that I am a stupid dum-dum head, and I don't deserve anything I have.
Actually, I feel that one specifically, yeah.
That's the duality of man right there. All right, we are going to see Vi picked up again for the side of Two Town Gaming, and then Sivir going to be on the side of the Tark. I like this here. But so far, we are seeing a little bit of a reverse. While Senna is infinite scaling for the side of Two Town Gaming, I would say on the whole, Nefarious Gaming Omens are slightly more scale-y right now with the well, maybe not.
Well, I think Kinch is also a character. I don't know if this is a hot take, but I feel like Kinch is a character that does not scale as well as
Like Tarek.
yeah, Tarek doesn't scale as well as most ADC. Like he has he has one of the most useful abilities in the game with his ult. I think it's still later in the game. His
Olaf going to be picked up.
insane
That was
ability to fly.
banned.
I love Mord ban into the Olaf pick. I think it might have slipped Two Town's mind, but now they have to figure out a counter pick for a champ that I consider so fucking disruptive.
Yeah, I mean, is just kind of one of those champs, especially when you have a Senna, and he can just sort of ignore all of your CC and run right on top of her. You will need to be Tom Kench ulting your Senna. Thankfully, you do have that ability. Malzahar ultimate will not be useful on Olaf. Will be useful on other members, but you have to be careful to make sure it is not spell shielded. Did anyone else see the YouTube short that taught us all that Malzahar damage is the same no matter if you cancel the ultimate or not, and that's definitely why Kadril canceled his ultimate that one time?
No, but wow, that is great. That's great information, actually.
Mm-hmm. So
Kled and Olaf.
Kled. Okay, I do. Kled is also a similarly aggressive champ, so I think if you get some jungle attention, we did see the Vi get pretty aggressive for the side of Two Town Gaming last time. It's possible that you just have the edge on Olaf the whole game in terms of items, and that's how you're able to win. But I do have to say, if I was a betting man, which I will now start the predictions. Oh, I need to choose the predictions. Nefarious Gaming Omens won, correct? Yes, they did. I'm not doing a Schmeckelgate. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, well, we have our drafts raring and ready to go. We are going to see this game. If I was a betting man, I think I'm putting my money on Nefarious Gaming Omens this game. However, with the amount of CC that is on the side of Two Town Gaming, if they layer it on the appropriate targets in the appropriate manner, I think they have an excellent chance at this game as well, and I would not count either of these teams out just yet. All
right.
Yeah. I think this is still anyone's game. It will be very interesting to see how it goes. I'm particularly going to be interested in this top lane matchup.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, Kled Olaf is bound for early fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
And if Rampage is just as active early, could easily swing, because Olaf is one of those characters where if you get him down, he stays down. Fortunately, he can be a huge nuisance.
He
but he won't be doing much damage.
But he doesn't get up again.
He does not get up again. It's a little sad until you realize if he was able to get up again, he'd be extremely insane.
Very, very true. Well, this is potentially match point. I think if they did another like 20-odd minuter, this would probably be one of the fastest series I've ever casted.
Yeah.
Because holy cow, that game one was...
It definitely would. It would be blazing quick. I don't know if this comp is particularly suited for such a quick win, but I do think, because you have Sivir, and Syndra, who scale quite good, and Syndra can find her strength if she gets a lot of kills early, especially how Devil got his kills early last game. But Sivir definitely takes the time to buy the items, so maybe if you accelerate to the point where she gets her 3 items super early on, then I could see like Sivir being a part. But I think it depends on. I think it depends on how they how the early game goes for this one, because once again I think Two-Town has chosen a Kled is very good at moving, and Mouse I think post 6 can be very effective when rotating, so I think there is much more strength in when Vi goes to contest these objectives, especially against, well, no, a lot of fireworks from the top side, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I am watching this Malzahar because you have both Vi and Malzahar out here. So
someone won't get to play the game.
Someone will be unhappy, and I have a feeling that's either going to be Syndra or Viego.
Yeah.
Because...
I can definitely see Sivir never getting to play the game the entire time, but also, yeah, Viego for sure.
And, excited to see this Game 2 clash. Do we know who the other Econ finalist is yet?
No. Don't think so.
Serenity, Control, Alt, Deleted are playing against Hylert Hijinks on Sunday.
That's going to be a good one.
And before that, Past Prime will be playing Big Dog in the Executive Semifinals. See who goes up against Lost Cause.
Mm-hmm. That is also going to be an extremely good one.
Mm-hmm. And I cannot stream either, so I think we have people lined up for this weekend, though. So expect yourselves to get some LBLCS content one way or the other. But yeah. Alright. Okay, we got our predictions. What are the Schmeckles looking like? That's a decent sized pool. 21 to 7.5K here. I'd put some money in the ring, but I unfortunately cannot, or else I cannot change the bet at the end. But yeah, people in the chat did not do what I asked, by the way. I asked for everyone's favorite breakfast, and we just got...
We had a few.
Oh, did we? I missed them if that was the case.
Luffy said quiche.
Oh, yeah. That's when the spinach and eggs came through.
Yeah, spinach and eggs. You can't see me. I was just pointing a thumbs down at my camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very thumbs downable. Spinach and milk is a heinous crime. Like, okay. Do you think it's just like spinach and milk blended to make green milk, or is it like spinach reduced in milk?
That's awful.
Like, what is spinach and is it like spinach cereal?
I was thinking what in my head was literally like a bowl of spinach and a glass of milk.
That's awful. That's so bad.
It's like cereal but spinach. Okay, that's even worse.
That's so bad. Sergeant Coot, why? Why? Like, you have to tell me why. I need to know.
There are also some other great answers.
What is crunchy spinach? No. Squeezy, what the fuck is crunchy spinach? There's no shot. What? Sometimes you sprinkle olive oil? Nah. This is bad. This is just bad. Okay, I need two answers. I need two fucking answers. Sergeant Scoots, what the fuck? Squeezy, how? What do you mean crunchy spinach? What do you mean? Like, you didn't wash it and you're just eating dirt?
I think these things are being fabricated to make... That doesn't mean
anything!
anything.
It's not a French
no
thing.
way
It's
that's a
not a
French
French thing. I guarantee you, it's not a French thing.
I'm looking this up. Spinach and
Oh God. Actually, that went
French
over a little too
spinach.
early. We can wait 47 seconds. That's fine. Spinach and milk cannot be like a French delicacy.
No.
Okay, pickle hitter. I could believe that it's British. All right, listen. Although I will say, when it comes to breakfast, a full English does go pretty hard.
Yeah, there are some also great there are some great answers in chat. By the way, the big country MTG saying biscuits and gravy with hot sauce. I'm not a hot sauce person, but biscuits and gravy is so good. Cavino saying coffee is the best breakfast.
That's, I mean,
don't
most
agree,
days,
but
all I have for breakfast is a cup of tea. So
yeah, but I was like, I have to respect it when it comes through. I know coffee is a lifesaver for a lot of people, which I completely understand. I'm gonna skip over cereal, but spinach and squeeby saying French toast or stuffed hash browns. I've never
Ooh.
had stuffed hash browns, but I am a huge believer in
Yeah, the fuck is a stuffed hash brown? That sounds good.
I'm actually very curious.
Okay,
that does sound really good.
If it's stuffed with spinach and milk, it's bad. If it's stuffed with what I would expect it to be stuffed with, which is cheese, it's good.
Yeah, cheese seems to be the most common.
Also, shout out for the answer, home fries.
Oh.
I do love a home fry.
Home fry is good.
My personal answer, if you must know, chat, is I call it like a Popeye, but it's like eggs in a basket, if you're familiar.
That's the eggs in a basket.
And we do have our addition to the stream. You have missed game 1, my friend.
Thank you.
Yes. You got speed ran. Unfortunately.
Him the guy wants a waffle. Him the guy, you want any toppings? I got chocolate chips and I've got Cookie Crisp cereal.
Whatever your heart truly desires. What a line from
Make whatever your heart truly desires. Alright. Well, the chocolate chip waffles, I actually ate them all. So, well, my household did. It was not only me.
How many?
Delicious.
Chocolate chip breakfast is always good. Oh,
yeah.
And a pause.
No.
Traditional pause. So, Ruffian, you're going to be ad-libbing my shot calling, right?
Yeah.
Great.
I have an important question. What is an ad lib and what does that mean?
So you know how I'll go for it. Go for it.
I was gonna say it's when it's the most common example I think of is like when an artist sings a lyric and then there's like a little like 1 to 2 word thing they say after the line is said. That's that's an ad lib.
Okay, so I'm like comic book like Shablau, like Whammo, like
absolutely.
Like
that
okay.
So it would be like, oh, and a Woofy goes in, and he's using the Heartbreaker, and he gets it! He gets it! You know? Like,
yeah,
I'm
like the worst guitar reverb pedal of all time.
Yes, exactly. Except for it's actually the best. Alright, I'm gonna grab some water real quick. Be right back.
This is perfect, Val. Would you be able to run me down the first game? I heard that it was quick. I heard that NG Omens, right? I think.
Yeah.
So,
what happened was Two Town Gaming drafted Nasus mid, Kale top, Tristana ADC. And we had come to the consensus that they would have won the game if it went to like 30 minutes. Except the score was like 15-4 by 16 minutes, and Swain had 7 kills.
What was the Kale matchup?
So, Kale into a Lowy.
And it was Swain where?
Swain mid.
Wait,
so Swain versus
Nasus mid.
Oh, it was Kale top Nasus. I'm sorry, I thought it was Kale mid.
Yeah.
So you said it was a Lowy mid.
We did too.
And there was a Swain somehow, like.
But it was. And then I forgot the junglers. Zach. It was Zach jungle. Yeah, Zach Vi in the jungle versus it's frozen.
It's the traditional post pause, yeah.
Oh right. I always forget.
It is for sure a jump scare because it and many a time has it made me think my spectator game is broken.
This is actually my first time on an official LBLCS cast.
Well, welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Give us the hot ADC breakdown. How does Senna Sivir go?
I think that matchup is really horrible for Sivir. I never feel good playing that lane.
Okay. Now, does that get better or worse with the Taric and the Tahm Kench? Our TT boys.
I think you're almost never going to win that 2v2 unless you're somehow catching Senna. But I think the Taric is really, really good into like the Vi Kled kind of stuff. So you're not really playing for like 15 kill lane. And you're playing Sivir anyway, so you just want to crash every single wave and always have Proud to roam to crabs and invade with your Viego is a lot stronger early.
Yeah, we are going to see both junglers starting out the bot side here, pathing towards what we decided was probably the pivotal matchup here in the top lane.
Yeah. I think they're about to fight to the death here.
It's entirely possible.
It is 110% possible. One time Olaf or Kled is going to hit a Q and they're both going to mutually agree that it's time to fight to the death. And hopefully the game recognizes that and takes us straight there. It's Glacial Augment Auric. I feel like...
Speaking of fight to the death, it looks like JT Man is going to go for it here. Both Conquerors are prop, but JT Man's going down. The Ignite is ticking, and First Blood's going to go over to Blanco Mamba.
Over to Blanco Mamba.
So fucking true. Blanco Mamba did have to struggle on Kale for the entirety of last game, but now,
Okay, Devil might be in a little bit of trouble here, but Jay Croft is incredibly low.
The passive under that this Vi skin has looks nothing like the Vi passive, if you know what I mean. Like the concussive. Is it called concussive blows? Passive?
I think so.
Yeah. Looks nothing like it. And I was so confused as to what the hell that was under Syndra until I made the connection.
Woo! Jay Croft taking a little bit low there.
Flash.
Yeah. That's gonna be
fun
in the mid lane.
Yeah, but hopefully the spell shield is back
up. I think it's pretty important that...
There you go. The Hunk fighting Blanco Mamba here in the top lane, but Blood's a little bit scary, so not too much going to go down.
I was going to say it's pretty important that the Syndra got to keep her flash on that gank. Syndra with no flash.
Wisdom now going to be the target. Flashes away from Shuey 22's dives.
Waffle's not.
Thank you. As now it looks like Semi-2 Slap and Wisdom are looking to deal back the damage. Stun is going to be found good onto Jake MWP. Summoners are going to be murdered, but Semi-2 Slap taking quite low. Semi-2 Slap going to be stunned. Semi-2 Slap going to be eaten up by the catfish.
Yeah, I mean, these bot lane matchups, Sivir gets the push early, right? And then they immediately try and fight, and it's just so hard to cut through that Kench, starting to D-shield. Like, he's just so tanky.
It's super. I literally played a Kench game like earlier today, and like that shit was so good in lane. And then I have to play Tahm Kench after lane, and it's like if I just ult my teammates and hope they don't run it down too hard.
Devil forcing Jay Croft out of here. Really good scat of the week. Ooh.
Go ahead.
Ooh. I'm really failing at these ad libs.
Yeah, it's hard with the delay. I didn't think that through entirely.
I'm doing my best. Semi-2 Slap no flash though. Or was it Hex Flash? Oh, it's Hex Flash.
It was Hex Flash, yeah.
You know,
Hex Flash Tark seems like
good,
interesting, but I guess
I think Hex Flash is an underrated rune. Actually, I've been considering running it on more junglers. I had a brief stint where I played Poppy.
Is so good.
Hex Flash
with Hex Flash, oh, it's so good.
Okay,
so
Flash, good. Devil. Gonna be gotten there by Rampage, is how I'm pronouncing that. Blanco Mamba, though, not in a position to duel JT Man 77.
Backing in the wave, good lord.
This is an unfortunate wave to back onto. Yeah, with no TP.
No.
This wave's gonna crash down. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
But you can't risk it with Olaf approaching 6 rapidly.
Yeah.
God, I love Olaf, because at some point he's just gonna be like, well, I'm gonna press R and run at you, and if you don't survive, that's not my issue.
Yeah. Things are getting more interesting, especially as we are getting these 6s, particularly in the mid lane. It'll be very interesting to see how this duel ends up panning out. I'm noticing Sammy 2-Slap still currently level 3.
It's the
He
support's
did
curse.
a lot of he did do a lot of moving. It seems like the 2-town bot lane is very like stay at home, whereas Sammy will leave his lane at the first chance possible to go fight these grubs. And I mean,
Okay, we are going to see the first ultimate going to be used there. The Malzahar finds the cleanse. Well, not cleanse, but you know what I mean. Suppression. Now Rampage comes in to do the damage, and J. Croft gets it done. Voidlings plus the auto.
Voidlings. Shit.
It's okay. Just call things whatever you want confidently, and you're good.
Got it. I really love this roam from Sammy 2-Slap,
man,
actually.
Blanco Mamba going in, but Blanco Mamba's going to find themselves in the middle of 3. However, support is coming from the mid lane. Dismounts coming eminently. We do see that first Olaf ultimate as Blanco Mamba is trying to reset, forced to flash over the wall, but Uwufi, the hunk, is looking for the kill. Blanco Mamba not quite able to reset. Meanwhile, on the other side, Rampage is getting a taste of the Malphite. And now Uwufi looking to do damage to J. Croft, and Nefarious Gaming Omens striking back in a serious way.
Yeah, now I'm just trying to imagine this play if Sammy 2-Slap had stayed bot stuck under tower with Sivir. I think this is like this bot lane's biggest strength against Senna Kench. Senna Kench cannot roam individually. Like, you need one to farm, and you need the other to grab the souls. So I think they really exploited that like pain that they have to that bot lane. And Sivir, I can't think of a better ADC to just sit in the tower and farm.
Well, they're going to try and engage on her here. Chewy22 diving in, but Spell Shield's going to be good, and Wisdom will be big chilling.
at that point, okay, this is like solely like a nitpick, but like when you don't, if you're Tom Kench, the only way you're gonna get this spell shield 9 times out of 10 off of Sivir is either by being directly on top of her with a W or being point blank with a Q. But like long range Qs, it's not worth it. Q, yeah, but Tom Kench probably won't be able to get it. Unless it's one of those, but like Senecue should be able to bait it out most times. But like if I'm Wisdom, I'm like, I'll take a Senecue slow just so I can avoid getting like Tom Q slowed. Because I think right now it's more damage to eat a Tom Q. Later in the game, that could be very different. But
I think it depends if you want to deny a soul as well. Like an auto Q from Senna, you shield the Q.
We're going to see Chewy diving in here as well. Wisdom going to use that spell shield. Big MWP, though. They're just going to turn their eyes into the level 4 Sammy 2-Slap. And they're really looking for it as flashes go forward. But here comes in the top lane. We're going to see the opposite of a wet noodle fight. JT Man just burning the ultimate, but not going to be able to auto enough as Blanco Mamba bought space. We are going to see ultimate come in mid. Ult plus suppression. That's a lot of CC, but perhaps a little bit limited Slayer. Devil walking away here, ticking down on the E. J. Croft gets it done again. So we are going to see Kled ult in the top lane for some non-stop action. Flash out from JT Man as they don't have the ultimate. Bear Trap on a rope is good, but Blanco Mamba is scared of the turret.
I feel like Kled of all characters should.
Now we're going to see another fight bot lane here. Semi 2-Slap able to find the stun. Chewy22 using that E to get Jake MWP hopefully out of trouble, but that's so much damage. The Heartbreaker going in onto the back line. The good stun look from Sammy 2-Slap, but it's just not going to be enough. Rampage trying to prevent Uwufi from possessing the corpse of his fallen comrade. Now, Heartbreaker forced to be used away, and now Sammy 2-Slap might be the one in trouble. Chewy22 going in looking for Uwufi, but Uwufi is going to be able to get out of there. Now Chewy will be on the chase down. We go back to top lane. Blanco Mamba looking for the kill, but JT Man picks it up, and we are getting non-stop action. Chewy might get killed from a ricochet, but Rampage buys enough space.
Ricochet.
Nice.
that was the shoutcast ricocheting off the wall and coming back.
This guy's the thinker. What the genius.
Sammy 2-Slap.
I do think I'm not gonna lie, if I'm Rampage and let me know if I'm inside for this, I'm getting hit by that stun to force Sammy 2-Slap
5 times out of 5. 100%.
Right? Like,
I don't think Sammy 2-Slap wanted that to land one bit.
Right, there's no way that was the intention, especially with Senna being close enough to Q5. But I mean, what happened at the top lane was a steel cap stiff for sure.
I was gonna bring that up earlier, but there was so much fighting.
Yeah.
I am a massive proponent of early rush Tabi in any lane that you want to be running someone down. The move speed is so good, the armor is good, the AD or the attack reduction is just so good.
Yeah.
This item is amazing.
Ooh, huge scout of the week there from the Syndra is going to catch both members of the enemy team bot lane. Chewy22 not going to be in a little bit of trouble, but Jaycroft is here to assist. I think that's going to be enough to get their bot lane out.
Malzahar is starting to do so much damage.
He really is. They've gotten Devil down.
Ooh, Luffy looking for the kill again. Half health Jake MWP Heartbreaker is available, and that's just going to be a solo kill for the Hunk.
Yeah,
oh man, look at the cooldown on that Tom Kenchar.
Yeah, it's so
just came up right as they die. That's very upsetting.
But
upsetting indeed, as we are about to see a play for the Grubs. JT Man on them. Kled ulting in. Suppression is going to be found there onto the Syndra, and she will go down. However, there is an angry Freljordian, but plenty of damage to stop him. Okay, I did not think he was going to die that fast, not going to lie. Woofy.
CTG, NGO, I am begging you, please give our shoutcast, our play-by-play Popoba a break. That was like 7 uninterrupted minutes of play-by-play.
They refused to stop fighting. And I mean, I'm not super surprised because they did fight. Even like Two-Town, who had a
Woofy will not stop with the action, manages to find a shun there onto Jaycroft, and the Hunk smells blood.
Yeah.
But here comes Rampage, counterpunch, flash in, ultimate going over, Jaycroft able to DPS over the wall. But Woofy just flashes over the wall and looks for the solo kill, however, the Vi stops it up. And the swallow from Chewy22.
What just happened?
I don't know.
There was so much going on there. There was a bot dive, there was a grub fight, there was a flash over the wall, over the silence.
Yo, Jaycroft's got money.
Yeah.
We talk about how Jaycroft's got money.
Rich.
Mr. Moneybags out here.
Mr. Moneybags is so fucking cute. Hasn't been able to cash it in. Has about that 1,600 gold. Is up just shy 1,000 gold. It's about like 900-ish. This back is gonna be wondrous because it's gonna be a Leandry's and it's gonna make, but like could also die and equalize it
very easily. Yeah, that shutdown's gonna be really big for NGO to play for.
Yeah. Cannot get hit by a Scav of the Week. Absolutely not an option. Big Devil is looking for it.
Rampage very active here on this Vi. I do actually credit not 100% of Jaycroft, but we are going to see a fight here as Woofy's coming in with the Sammy 2-slap, and Rampage might be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get stunned up, and that's just too much damage.
Used the flash earlier in that mid-fight and just had no way out after queuing JT.
Yeah, I mean, Woofy is just all over the map. I feel like we've seen plays bot, plays mid, plays top, plays in enemy jungle, plays in our own jungle, like, guys everywhere.
And they both seem to be very much on the same page. The junglers, they're basically where the other is at any point in time, and they both used it like...
They're going to see a fight top lane. Bear Trap on a rope did not hit.
That's that's the tab I diff this crazy side step.
Yeah, well, they both have it now, except Kled has an Eclipse upon further inspection.
Full Eclipse to Tiamat, probably a little bit imbalanced of a fight. Just a little bit.
And if you slap on the healing reduction from Bear Trap on a rope, it should, if Q hits and gets the pullback, Olaf theoretically has no chance.
I think you're about
Speaking
to find
of which,
out that
Olaf
this Olaf
going
can
in.
clap.
We're going to see a mid play
Track
instead.
my previous statement.
Yeah, this matchup is very tough at this point.
Which is crazy because they have the same stat line, but Kled has more items, but Olaf is just Olafing it up.
Yep.
Crazy stuff.
You gotta add like an extra like 40% to Olaf's health bar, and if you still can't kill him, you're not gonna be able to kill him.
Yeah, Olaf is just kind of one of those champs. Sammy Q's left whacking away at this turret here. Now going to turn their attention here on to Chewy22. Chewy22 taking quite a big chunk of damage. Wisdom now taken up, and now we see a play in the mid lane. Q not going to hit there, but Vi is unstoppable. Ult coming down over the top. Devil sticking down, gets taken out. Malzahar gets yet another kill.
Not gonna lie.
What a crazy game.
Right? If I'm Devil, I'm so tilted right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I've watched Devil walk 80 miles under tower and die to a Malzahar E 4 times in a row. Like, that
He
must
might
be
be in
so
trouble.
Yeah.
There's 4 people coming down here for 7-2 and Wisdom. Wisdom, no mana, no abilities. Just able to spell shield and flash away, buying a decent amount of space. And here comes Woofy on the other side. Kled coming in. That's going to be 1 kill. Wisdom not going to be long for this world. Woofy looking forlorn from the jungle.
Uh-huh.
You gotta love the effort from Wisdom to try and stay alive there. That was heroic.
Doing it. I thought. I keep forgetting that the Q ult, only works if you were gonna stun with the Q,
Right.
which I think is stupid. It should work.
I think it's...
Although it's quite balanced, but like imagine.
Well, wait.
you're at
That
2
makes sense though,
stacks.
right? Because you need 3 stacks. Oh,
Yeah,
the
you-
Q applies
yeah.
the third? Ew. Oh, please keep
Yeah,
that
I
away
was
from
gonna
me.
say.
Jaycroft taking a ton of damage here.
Jaycroft.
Woofy giving him the heartbreak of a lifetime. However, the team is
Wait.
here, and Woofy's going to be in trouble. Heartbreaker, not quite enough. Distance going to be bought there. Now we're going to go to the top lane. Chewy22 is on the receiving end of a couple of cleavers. That catfish
Not
looks
me.
tasty,
Nope.
and JT Man wants a bite.
Force the trade? No, he's good.
Wow.
Does Blanco have ult? No, he's gonna wait. Murder.
The map is just falling apart right now.
Wait, I have
Yeah,
a...
I feel like this game went from barely even to just completely out of control in about 3 minutes.
I have
It seems to be Omen special.
I have a LeChanceism for Olaf there.
Fuck me for thinking that you were
Yeah.
gonna die. That's my bad.
You guys didn't hear it, but stream did. You're welcome.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
I have a clip of
Love
LeChance
it.
saying, "Fuck me for thinking you were gonna die. That's my bad."
Oh yeah, I remember that. That is.
That's a banger. I know what that one is.
I also have his
Yeah,
sneeze.
yeah.
If you ever want me to
That's
play his
my
sneeze,
third
just
one.
let me know.
That
Let's
is.
sneeze.
That is.
Can we get a
maybe
let's sneeze
the-
every time Olaf throws a Q?
Yeah. Yeah, I can make that. If that's the
Okay.
only thing I need to focus on for the rest of the game.
No, please.
I'll play by
there's
play.
Okay, let's see. He might be looking for another one as Woofy's going in here. Kled gonna use the ultimate to try and
Blanco
escape.
Mamba.
Will be unstoppable.
Out of there. He is out. Of
Wait,
there. Well,
my sneeze file.
I-
It doesn't. Oh,
No.
I think
My-
there's still a play for this.
Oh,
this
my
play here.
whole stream deck just froze.
Oh, that's not good.
Give me a second. I'll try and.
Oh my goodness.
Blanco Mamba is really looking for this 1v1, but I do not think that he wants it. Oh,
Yeah.
Really doesn't. No, his empty slap is gonna be fine. He's going tank.
Can we get a stack count?
Yeah, let's do it. Yes. We are at 58 stacks. I don't know what the soul per minute rate is supposed
That
to be.
seems
but
low.
I believe that's pretty low. I haven't played Senna in a while, but I think it's usually around like 70 or 80 by now. But I could be wrong.
I know.
I swear they
that-
change that champion's soul drop rates every other patch, so it's kind of impossible to keep track.
Yeah, that's also what I was thinking because it's every 20 stacks, so 60 here is gonna be nice, but I think you want 100, right? Because it's you get 100% crit, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, we're back. Let's see.
Thank God.
We'll sneeze.
There we go. Thank the good Lord.
There's
What?
no way you
Perfect.
sneeze like that.
What an
There's-
excellent! I can't believe we caught that on stream. That's like 1 in a million.
Yeah, and just for a second, I want to highlight Chewy22. It's not very often you see a melee farming. Never mind. You got a
Oh,
IR.
we are going to see the ultimate come down here, but the counterpunch from Woofy on the back line. Mike just turned this. Jaycroft gets taken down, and Rampage now is left to pick up the pieces. They are going to get this kill, actually, and Woofy, not the tankiest body to take. Heartbreaker coming out here. Woofy, though, able to do the damage. Get her done good.
Sundered Sky cannot be a fair item. Like I know that was mostly Kraken Slayer, but like,
JT Man.
I love that blast gun.
JT Man looking pretty aggro here. Semi-2 is available. You can call down your Taric ultimate. Blanco Mamba getting taken down. Wizto moving forward.
look at the
This is a
Sivir
Sivir dream. Blanco Mamba gets
Dream.
sniped from back down.
Sniped.
Sniped from two
So-
towns away is what I should have said. And now they're actually just going to be knocking on the door of the base here.
Yeah. Omens has had a really good understanding of when to push their like person lead, and this is just another example of that. But I saw a greed from Chewy who did not have to walk back up, but saw that JT's Heartsteel stack came up and was like, "Well, if I don't mind if I do," and probably wouldn't change the outcome, but probably could have had the chance to like help someone out a bit more there.
Ooh, Rampage gonna spot a Woofy here, but the Woofy also sees it coming and says, maybe I'm the danger.
It definitely is.
I was talking about Chewy 22 CS versus a Sivir, but I actually want to talk about Devil for a minute. This guy is a trooper. I haven't seen a single bad play. They're just suffering from their team focusing on, this Olaf lane and this Syndra lane. I mean, sorry, the Sivir lane.
Right,
I've
Chris.
never seen a 0-5-2 Syndra be as useful as this guy.
What kind of waffle toppings do you want, Crease 78? They're gonna look to take their third break of the game here.
I bought raspberries.
I don't have raspberries. Your
I'm
options
off
are
the train.
chocolate
Goodbye.
chips or cookie crisp.
Ooh.
This is such an interesting game because the kills are even, but like Uwufi is completely taking over, and this is what you expect from Uwufi, right? This is a guy who's like played at the top of the commercial level before, and Econ is like steamrolling, and it's no surprise how much effect he has on these games, especially on a pick that obviously is known for his Gragas, but this the Viego is up in terms of notability. It's such a
Oh, I
strong
didn't see it
pick.
in time. I'll do a cookie crisp waffle as well. How about that? I'll double waffle you. I was impatient, so we are going to see. Now, what do you guys think about the Baron damage buffs?
I haven't noticed it personally.
And neither of us.
Yeah,
But
it
then
doesn't-
again, my last 5 solo queue games, I've taken exactly 0 Barons, so maybe I'll find out soon.
Sure. Yeah, it doesn't. Like, the couple hundred damage sounds like a lot, but I haven't really noticed it all that much personally. I put in way too much cookie crisp, but we'll see how that turns out. I can still close it, kind of.
What do you guys think that Two Town Gaming's like way back into this game is? Do you think it's? I don't think personally. I don't think it's lost yet. I think this is super playable. It's gonna be tough. You're playing Malzahar Vi into a team with Tarek R, into a team with Viego R, Olaf R, and Silver Spell Shield. So it's just compositionally very difficult. But I'm of the opinion that there's almost always a play back in.
I mean,
Especially in super chaotic divisions like Economy Commercial.
they did really well with the Vi Malzahar combo early game. I think you just sort of start to translate that to the other carries, which we're going to see Blanco Mamba go incredibly low in the top lane here, but is going to be able to get out A-OK.
If I'm Jake MWP there, I have to ult to scare my blood. No real reason.
Gotta burn your teammates' flashes before you burn the enemies. That's the rule.
Oh, we are going to see the
Here we
ultimate
go.
come out here. They're going
Uh-oh.
for the counterpunch. That's going to be one dead
huge
member. Are we going to
TKW.
find two? Sammy Two Slap using the ultimate, but I think he's just going to be a dead gem boy. Gets stunned up by the Q, gets knocked back by the other Q. Rampage gets him down.
And this is exactly what we want to what we want to see from Two Town Gaming at this point. I love
JT
this
Man
play, by the way.
is just gonna get obliterated. I love the build choice on the Kled here. To just, say, hey, listen, I'm not gonna beat you in a prolonged fight, so I'm just gonna kill you real quick.
Really, really fast. And I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see because obviously I think the Two Town win con here is to kind of continuously find these quick picks, right? You've got a Vi, you've got a Malzahar, you've got a Kled, and then as the game goes on, you're gonna be able to kill people faster and faster and faster by Senna as well. So I think it's gonna be really, really interesting to see how they're able to kind of propel this, because at the same exact time, this Viego hasn't hit 6 items yet, which means he can get stronger.
True.
Yeah, if I'm 2-Town Gaming, I want to see exactly where this Viego is, and I want to send 5 people to the poor schmuck in the other lane, and then hopefully when I get back, my base is alive. That's my win condition here.
That is so true because I think that's what their plan was in the mid lane. They said anytime we see Viego near a side lane or at a side lane, Malzahar and Vi will be pressing R on Devil and getting this Malzahar as strong as possible.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And so, can we get a Senna stack check?
Yes, we can.
I'm hoping for more than 100 at this point.
Let's see. We are at 83.
Oh.
We're
That
not too
does
far off.
Seem good.
I think it is a bit it's not ideal, but I think the one thing that MWP hasn't been doing much is like following Rampage into the jungle. Rampage. It's still Page because the name Page.
It's Paige. Yeah. I was wondering why we were saying Rampage.
Because
It just came.
Oh, here
That's
comes
what
the
we
soul
do.
flip.
I don't think they're gonna flip it. I think Rampage is gonna just respect it and say it's Kim Texel. Who cares?
I was gonna say, I think if you lose this fight as 2-Town Gaming, you are losing the game immediately, and Kim Texel has got to be the most useless thing League has ever added before control words.
Well, not old Chemtech Soul.
Well, we don't talk about old Chemtech Soul. We do not talk about old Chemtech. That was the worst thing that the game has ever experienced, and I will die on that hill.
I agree.
That was hellish.
I love Renata ult.
Yeah, that was
Not
that.
Renata ult.
That was
Renata
back when I
W.
mained like Samira. Like I mained a reset champion during Chemtech Soul, dude. It was terrible.
True.
Chewy 22 looking very aggressive with that on the
Oh,
counterpunch
no.
here. Jake MWP is just getting shredded by Wiztome and
Not-
Sammy 2
not
Slap,
like this.
and they are going to be knocking on your base.
Yeah, 3 people top lane. Wisdom and Sammy T-Slap are both in the mid lane. Ruby's also going to be looking for the bot inhib. They're going to get 2 inhibs off this play, I'm pretty sure.
That's what it looks like.
They might end the game here.
Croft should flash ult someone, I think. But I guess Woofy has
It's
a GA.
difficult. This GA is making it really, and the
Yeah.
QSS as well. Like you can't flash.
Yeah, oh, you can't. You can't flash ult the most important person.
Yeah, usually I'm not a big fan of QSS, but I think in this situation it makes a lot of sense.
You QSS? No, it's a knockup. I was gonna say QSS file, but you cannot. You can full flash
No,
until
you
you get
cannot.
hard as fuck.
You used to be able to QSS and flash Lee Sinar, but they removed it because pro ADCs were too fast. So it was like the champion was completely unplayable because you couldn't kick ADCs.
So, with them changing the Mordekaiser ult, are they just going to change... Oh, MWP, that's not where you
whoa.
want to be! Woofy goes on a
Huge
killing
flash.
spree. Huge hunk power. Heartbreakers over the wall. Dive not able to get you out to safety. Chewy 22 is going to fall, and the Nefarious Gaming Omens will set their sights on the Baron.
That play confused me a bit because they
I
had
think Wisdom is doing the
vision
right thing.
Yeah. Okay. I think. Okay.
I think this
Humans
is
noticed the same
Silver
thing.
ultimate. Going aggressive. Woofy
Yep.
looking for the stun. Not quite going to be able to find it. Last inhibitor will be falling here.
Yeah, I think they should be going for the game. They've
Yeah.
got.
2-Town's got to
on
get to this
5.
spot with ASAP.
Mhm.
They cannot let these minions crash.
Yep. It seems like they're gonna go mid though.
They're just bringing in all the waves. Top waves will be the target here for
Yeah,
2-Town.
they're like they want it in.
The Woofy looking aggro on the Nexus. And that's going to be a suppression underneath the turret, though. Big Terra Gold coming out in time. Devil being taken out on the backside by Rampage. And now resets Woofy will still be taking the turret, actually. Rampage is able to find one, but Wisdom is still going to be alive. Tom Kench just barely
Woofy
gets
died.
out of there, but Blanco Mamba is still alive here to hold the turrets, and Blanco Mamba's getting resets. Blanco Mamba is going to find some kills. Wisdom using that spell shield.
Wisdom. Wait, is Wisdom smurfing? What? Oh my god.
22.
Wait. I don't
Trying
think
to
they can
hold the
end
line.
here.
It's gonna be a lie. As Wisdom keeps getting to auto
Oh
for free. but yeah,
my
Blanco
goodness.
Mamba's
Trap on a
still
rope not
down.
going to land there. Did that get spell shielded?
No,
I
no.
can't believe
It
the
was just
2-Town
a
Gaming
run.
just defended that. That was absurd. I
was
did not see
insane.
how Woofy died, but that was massive. Whoever killed a Woofy just saved the entire game.
There
I think
was...
QSS
Blanco
down and
Mamba.
FT.
I think it was a Woofy, maybe, a little bit. who killed a Woofy? Because
Oh,
I did see
yeah.
him right-click
I
on
could
a
see
soul underneath tower.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a
yeah, I
terrible
did
feeling.
see that as well. Wow. Oh, and they used. I know now that I'm thinking about it. He right clicked on a soul while Tarkamune. So he
Oh,
used
so he
basically
didn't
the entirety of
realize.
his. But not just that,
Or,
but he yeah,
Used
he
his
used up the
immunity.
entirety of his immunity to take a soul. But it is.
I mean, I
it
would say
is-
that Two-Town Gaming has a window here to take a lot of stuff. I mean, you've got Viego Flash GA down, every Flash besides Tarek down. Like, this is their chance to really swing this game back.
Yeah, but on the other hand,
Yeah.
you do still have 3 inhibitors open to the wind.
Oh, Viego's GA is still up.
People are saying that the GA doesn't proc if you're in the middle of becoming an
Rock
enemy.
when you're an enemy. Oh,
Oh,
that
because
is
you
really
don't have your own
unfortunate.
items.
That is really unfortunate. Wow.
That is really dumb.
So we are going to see the final. They're just going to full hit the
Insane
Nexus
defense
here.
they do.
Yeah.
And they're going to use the
I
Tarek
think
ult
this is
to
the end.
secure it.
Tarek R, yeah.
JT Man 77
Secure
wants
it.
this series
Tarek.
to be over. And it will be done.
No.
So-
Wow, what a series from NG.
What a crazy game.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we think did top deeps that game?
It's
I mean, Sivir, right?
Yeah, but it's real close between
Olaf?
Sivir, Viego,
Oh.
and Olaf. It's real close.
I can't believe it was that close. I mean, I feel like Sivir just gets so much free damage from all the rebounds and, static procs and...
All right, I have a question for you two. Who are your MVP candidates?
I mean, it's gotta be a Woofy, right?
It's gotta be Wufu.
Okay,
I mean, he just ran them out. I didn't see the first game. I'm not sure how that one went, but that second game was the Woofy show the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
well, I
The,
think,
the-
honestly, hear me out. Devil.
Yeah.
Game 1, Devil was massive. Game 2, Devil was stalwart.
I think
He's
Devil played the
stalwart.
greatest punching bag we've ever seen. Even in that fight where they won at the end, I saw Devil get Flash Vi-Ard, Vi-Q'd. Like, there's
Maybe
some T-mode
5
fun going on
times.
there. I can't believe that happened.
Okay, I
Yeah.
want at least one more nomination. Can be from either team.
It's gotta be Sammy Slap.
Okay. Yeah, the Roams. The Roams.
Good. Solid across both games. JT Man also probably.
I actually
deserves his
think
shout.
I would vote Blanco Mamba for that. I didn't see the first game. I'm
Oh,
voting entirely off the second. I think the only hope that Two-Town Gaming had that entire second game was that Kled would randomly nuke somebody.
I did already put up the poll, so Blanco Mamba will live forever in our hearts.
Unfortunate.
And I would like to remind everyone that we are fully corrupt here at the Low Budget LCS. So if you want to go ahead and put,
Spin the vote.
yeah, spin the vote with your hard-earned schmeckles. Feel free to do so. That's entirely your own prerogative. I need to turn on some lights. Awful.
I like spending schmeckles to make the vote close to force other people to use their
You're,
am I
market
a bad
manipulation.
person?
We got market manipulation in the LBLCS.
I like to create.
Are we doing an
storylines,
interview, by the
if you
way?
will.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I interview the MVP.
Oh, Wisdom is in community.
Oh, I think that they're trying to send Wisdom. And personally, I'm excited to talk to this guy. He seems really chill.
All right.
Wisdom.
Bring 'em on up.
I have received no communication about it. So,
We shall see.
all right,
done
we
it.
just yoinked them.
I've just done it.
Wisdom,
Hello,
we haven't
Wisdom.
finished the MVP vote yet. It looks like it's going to be a Woofy, but
Yeah, I'm
Um,
spamming Luffy, don't worry. I'm spamming him.
Okay.
Okay.
good.
Getting him up to 50. There we go.
How you doing?
I'm
yeah.
good. I'm good. I was stressing out the entire day.
Mhm.
Between work and then just not wanting to lose his games.
Yep. there.
Sure. Yeah. Understandable. Talk us through game 1 real quick. Like, talk us through draft. Were you guys big chilling on that draft? What were you thinking?
We literally kind of got what we wanted to get. We knew the Ezreal was going to be banned. That's my only one trick I played consistently. So, I mean, banned, obviously. The Swain being left open was just going to be a grab for us. And then the Ashe I mean, last week I went 18-2-8 on it in the first game, and I just kind of did the same thing, just continually hammering down bot lane. Luffy, honestly, like MVP 100%. Dude is insane on jungle. He's all over the map. He knows what he's doing with it, and it's just the mindset of just constantly getting objectives.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that silver pick in game 2 really helped initiate or really helped support that plan because you just have prio on every single wave, even if you're losing the lane.
Yeah,
you can never get contested.
Ricochet's stupid, but it also takes way too much mana.
There were a few fights you were pretty low on
True.
mana. That was kind of unfortunate.
But yeah, draft plans were all Nikita, like 100%. Like, he's an amazing coach for us. We've had him since week 1, and we've just been consistently trying to keep our wins going. And I mean, the first game was 22 minutes. This one was a little longer, but it's like we just keep pushing our objectives and our wins, and it's no complaints here.
Okay.
Right. You guys are on the way to the finals, right? Finals clinched. And I believe it'll be Urufi's second or third time, because he went with Meowington Inc. a while ago, if I remember correctly. And it's Sammy's second time. Both of them lost. So is there kind of like this energy in the team where it's like, we've got to win? Like, especially from those two as kind of the more veteran members of the roster?
Honestly, not really. I think it's more along the lines of we just want to win to just win at this point. Like, it's not like it's a vendetta thing. I mean, I'm sure like they may have like their own reasons why to do this. I think we just want to win just to come in as like almost a brand new org. I mean, Luffy's known around here. Sammy's been here forever. JT, I know it's been around a little bit, but me and Devil are like kind of brand new for this whole situation. So
yeah.
Sure. Well, talk to us about the rest of the bracket a little bit. So there's a game happening, I believe it is this Sunday. Serenity Control Ult Deleted versus High Alert High Jinx. Who's your favorite for that matchup? Why? And are you more or less scared of facing them in the finals than the other one?
So I don't think there's a favorite. I think from what I saw from like the games that they played, I think if I'm not mistaken, Scud won 2-0 against High Alert. We have gone against High Alert in scrims. I'm not going to leak any information on that. I think honestly they're evenly matched at this point. No leaks. But I think realistically there's not going to be any like worrisome of like who we're going to go against. I think it's just we just play what we need to play, and we just play with like we did tonight, and we just win it. But I'm going High Alert 2-1 personally.
High Alert 2-1. All right.
Heard it here first.
You guys
Script's already
got
been written.
any other questions before I ask one of you two to send us off?
Yeah, I mean, I was just curious what the I didn't see draft for game 2, so I don't know what the pick order was, but where did the Tarek come into all this? Was that like a response to seeing like, you know, Kled, Vi, Malzahar, like holy shit,
Tarek was our first pick on Red 1. So it was they picked Senna first. We went Viego, Tarek immediately.
Jeez, okay. Was that like a scout that you guys just knew they were gonna draft really hard engaged with the Senna, or
I mean, they've played it a few times in the past, and I mean, realistically, Sammy on Tarek is just insane. Like, he consistently has good ultimates. He has really good zone control, and he's always like on the map with Luffy, like just walking around. So I mean, it was just kind of like comfort picks, and it was just like our bread and butter for it.
Fair enough. That's a good enough answer as any. I like the champ. I'm a big proponent of that.
All right. Well, with that, anyone you want to shout out as we get ready to take this stream down for the night? Anyone got an idea for someone who we can? Oh, Risen's going. We'll stream. We'll go ahead and get the raid going on for Risen.
We could do
shoutouts. Just our team, like everybody on the team's amazing. Coach, our subs who have been helping us throughout the entire season, and obviously my wife, because she's been watching in our living room with one of our friends, and they've been hearing me just yelling throughout the entire house at this point.
Aww.
That's
adorable.
Awesome.
I love that. I love that so much.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for letting us watch you. Thank you for playing the low budget LCS. Congratulations on your victory. And well, Ruffian, why don't you take us out with your classic catchphrase?
I hate you so much, bro.
It's a rite of passage, man.
First time on stream. What's his catchphrase?
Yeah.
I think I actually just got like flashbacks to my actual first time, which was years ago, and the same thing happened to me, and I literally choked on my words. It was so embarrassing. I think you know what? I think that was me getting interviewed after my solo queue stream. That's what I remember.
Ah.
And you were like, "What? Take us out with your famous catchphrase." I was like, oh, what? I didn't.
My famous what? my, huh?
I was so scared, bro. That was before I was an admin as well. I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Wait. Can you say that last thing you said again, real quick, Val?
I forgot what I said already.
We're not